me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Welcome back to the Raid Furniture Mart late model tour tonight. It's the inaugural Kern County 150. These boys taking on a new track. We're going to see who practiced and who didn't here this evening. I'm Dean Doucette, joined as always by Mr. Baron Labosco. Baron, Kern County, we got a little familiarity with it.
Yeah, we saw it in action just on Monday night. We saw another series out here running this track. And Dean, I got to be honest with you, just an amazingly fun-looking track. This thing is smooth. It's got elevation changes like a Dover does. There's 2 grooves. If you play your cards right, you can actually make a pass on the high side. And look, it's going to make for some great racing tonight. And these boys at the Raid Furniture Mart late model tour is going to have a great time tonight.
Yeah, it should be interesting, and I expect to see some 2 wide and, maybe that high side coming into play a little bit, maybe even under caution, some restarts, some guys choosing it. That'd be interesting to see. Lots to discover here on the track, and of course, we got some guys returning here. Larson Parker back out on the track. Gawker's here. Jeff Bunton making his debut, as far as I can tell, Baron. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, Bo Ledbetter's back in the field. Austin Purnell makes his return as well. Austin at times has had some amazing speed out of that 38 machine. And Colin J. Kenny was in the booth with us on Monday night calling another race. So we'll see if what he saw on Monday night from the booth translates to a finish tonight here at the Furniture Mart Super Series.
Absolutely. We're getting into the season now. Race 5 of 12. So these guys starting to get sorted out. Soon we'll be looking at the point situation here. Baron, right now, I believe Alex Sexton winning the race last week. He's put himself in contention here.
He has. Matt Eddy finishing second, and newcomer to the league, Jimmy Gawker, has made his way to the podium in his very first race with us here. So Kern County's going to be a challenge for a lot of drivers, as this is a brand new track to the iRacing series. We're going to see some guys who have practiced and who hadn't. You opened up the broadcast with that message. So some of these guys didn't even have the track and bought and purchased until just recently. So there's going to be haves and have-nots tonight, Dean, and I'm looking forward to seeing who have.
Well, the people may or may not have had time to practice it or not, but what we do have is a pretty good turnout here. 20 cars here, Baron. So what I think you're seeing is, although it's a new track, people are really liking it.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy this track. I haven't driven it yet, Dean, and it looks like smooth, a lot of fun. Give you some room to race. You can run with your competitors and not put them in too many difficult positions. And progressive braking makes it, I'll call it 1.5 grooves. Guys can actually get up there on the top groove and have some speed.
Now that can be a bit of a problem, Baron, when you only offer 1.5 grooves.
Yeah. Well, what we saw the other night was guys playing around with the lines, and some guys opted to stay just completely at the bottom, and then some guys chose to run middle of the groove, left side's in the groove, and then right side's up a little higher. So we're going to see what these guys choose here tonight, but going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, going to be super interesting to see as guys start gritting up, and that brings us to our k-t.org qualifying results here. We bring them up the grid. It's going to be Dylan Connor on the point here this evening. Dylan with a time of 17.899, just cracking that 900 level. Larson Parker returns and starts on the outside of row 1. And we've seen this out of him before. Early speed, can he keep it up through a long run? Last week's winner, Alex Sexton, will start on the inside of row number 2, and Bo Ledbetter, who's shown power, was last year's champion. He'll start fourth. Austin Purnell makes his return in fifth with Ryman Castle in sixth. Row four features a couple of Coles, Adam Cole and Walker Cole on the outside. Jimmy Gawker starts in ninth with Austin Miller in 10th, and Miller in the middle of the pack instead of at the back. That might actually be a good for him. He's been starting at the back quite a bit lately. It's Zach Woods and Colin Kennedy in row number 6. Moving through the field, you've got Brian Cole, Caleb Dyer, Jeff Bunton, Andrew Perry, Richard Allen, Brad Ebley, Scott Olson, and Mod Zelensky yet to grid up. Good little field here tonight, Baron.
Yeah, it sure is. And as soon as I'm able to see the track again, we'll be able to comment on it. But sure, yeah, 20 cars plus, it's going to be a good time.
Are you having some visual difficulties, Baron?
Yeah, I can't see it.
As we go an alternate route here to get a little visual for our friend in the booth.
Very good. Oh, I can hear it now, too.
There we go. So Connor and Parker on row 1 with Sexton and Bo Ledbetter. That's a mouthful for me. These guys really quick, man. These front 2 rows, highly experienced, lots of speed. Could it bring any, caution or carnage, should I say, Baron?
Who have and have not practiced, and that turn 2 and turn 4 exit can be treacherous on these cars. They kind of unload like Dover does, so loose out. If you haven't practiced that, that's going to be trouble.
Dylan Connor up there testing out the pace car. Pace car looking really stable. Can't knock it off its perches. So race 5 here at Kern County, about to go green. Pace car coming off the track. Here we go, folks. Larson riding the high side tight, gets a heck of a jump. So the 18 of Larson Parker on the high side, rolling deep into the corner, looking for the lead early, but Connor gonna hold them off for now.
Yeah, it's a hell of a run there by Parker, and we know Parker's got speed, so he may have done some practicing, as we talked about, on that high line, because he is holding station.
Well, he just got loose there. That cost him a little bit. This could be enough for Connor to take it back, and we're under caution already. That's Zach Woods there in the middle of the track. And up in the wall is Perry.
Andrew Perry, yeah.
Under replay here, you see Woods right in the middle of your screen, that white and gold, checks up, and Brian Cole gets into the back of them on the checkup. So in front of him, a little bit of braking, and it just checked everybody up.
Yep. Well, re-rack them.
Re-rack them. Here we go.
Had good racing up front, though, and it looks like they're going to award Larson Parker with the lead here.
Yeah, Parker on that high side grabbing the lead, so that's impressive. It'd be interesting to see if he chooses the high side. Colin Jay hits pit road along with Zach Woods and Perry, who were involved in the incident.
Yeah, Colin may be getting some fuel here and moving along. I don't think he was involved in that wreck, was he?
I don't believe he was, so yeah, that's a top-up for Colin Jay. Very interesting here on lap 4. I don't know if he can make it from here, but apparently he's thinking about it.
Well, if nothing else, it's good insurance fuel. We saw a guy run on Monday night and not stop one time, so but it was a shorter race, right? It was a 100.
Here comes Castle, Brian Cole, Olson was in. So people choosing to come on to pit road here.
Kennedy back in.
Yeah, Kennedy's back in, and that looks like just a top-up. I don't see any tires going on there.
I see left, right sides.
So Colin Jay.
He's got all four going on this thing, D.
Wow. 5 laps in and a full tire stop. I think they only get one set, so that'll be it for him. Very interesting.
Yeah, early for all four. So, okay. Well, we'll take it, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey, a 5 lap advantage isn't an advantage. So Parker now up front. He is taking the high side, Baron. Quite interesting.
We saw that by the race winner on Monday night. Worked out for him. Let's see if Larson can do the same.
All right, Parker and Connor. Purnell up to third with Sexton in fourth. Here we go. Great start by Parker. He loves that high side. Just launches off of there.
Real big speed out of there.
Everybody down through the first corners. Okay, so race going green here for now. Purnell high. He's got Gawker underneath him, and around they go. That's Miller spinning. Richard Allen involved. Caleb Dyer involved. Lap 8. Caution number 2. So we see here Miller in the middle of your screen. Everything looks all right. Dyer there scrapes the wall, comes down, kind of cuts off the 82 of Richard Allen. Allen gets into him, and everybody going around.
Yeah. I think it caught the 82 by surprise.
Yeah, it could have caught himself by surprise. Could be a spotter going clear, clear, not clear. Those comments always unwelcome in the car.
Yeah, sometimes with my spotter, it's clear, clear. Oops.
Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't really looking. Gawker on pit road. Richard Allen's in. Olson's in. Miller and Caleb Dyer in. So early carnage at Kern County here. And, you know, I think it is a case of the practice, Baron. I mean, it may not be can I drive the track, but how the cars check up, where the entry points are, all these things important.
It is, and if we get some green flags runs, we'll see how it plays out.
Colin J back on pit road. Ebley's in as well.
I gotta believe with pit road with the 3 car, he's staying out of trouble. Like, get me in the back where I can see everything go on, and we'll play it out at the end. Either that, or he's just finding trouble every race or every lap, and we're not seeing it.
Modzelinsky, your big mover, Baron. Matthew Modzelinsky up 12 spots in that number 53. My goodness. So Connor and Parker up front again. Parker back on the high side. Bo Ledbetter up there as well, along with Sexton, last week's winner on the inside. So challengers coming to the front. Walker, Cole, and Purnell in row number 3.
Green, green, green.
Green flag drops. It looks like someone was sleeping there. That the 92 was sleeping. That's Dylan Connor.
Yeah, didn't go when everybody else did.
So that brings Ledbetter up here, and Ledbetter already right to the bumper of Parker. Parker disappears, having connection issues.
We're single file all the way back to 5th place, but challengers coming.
Definitely challengers coming. Connor slips into 3rd here after that bad restart. Sexton in 4th. Purnell underneath a Walker Cole as they continue to battle. Adam Cole slips in behind that, followed by Castle. Oh, and a big checkup.
Big checkup there.
On their
and we
record.
finally got around. Yep.
Yellow flag.
Gawker has spun around. Get a look, see what happened to Mr. Gawker here. He comes in the corner all alone. Colin J behind him. Remember, he just got some fresh rubber. Big checkup. Bam, there it is. And these checkups are just killing people. Really tough, Baron. It Kerr's check up. You're on exit. You're just throttled up. And then they check up right at that point. That's a tough spot to cover.
And that's the lightest the car is on the track, so getting it to whoa up in time to not run into your competitor is pretty challenging.
It definitely is. Richard Allen in, Sexton is in, Ebley, Modzalensky all on pit road. I'm about to make a pit stop to my fridge, Baron, if this continues.
Well, I wonder if you got something frosty and cold in there. I highly recommend the trip. I mean, it's worth it.
I mean, I'm consider breaking out the blender at this point.
Wow, now you're talking, son. See, now we get some real whiskey going, and we get some. What are you, whiskey neat guy, or you?
Well, I am generally, but at this point in time, I'm willing to experiment. I might just grab a handful of bottles and start throwing them in there.
Yeah. So I'm in the great city of. Where the hell am I at? Rahwah, New Jersey. That's actually a town. Rahwah, yeah. And I'm just outside of New York City here in the great state of New Jersey, and there's no liquor here.
Well, I was going to say it sounds exciting, but that's probably why they gave it an exciting name, because there's nothing else going on. Is that correct?
Just a bunch of car dealerships out here.
Well, that's unfortunate. We really got to get some addresses so you guys can send Baron some stuff. We'll get his itinerary up one of these days. You can send him some blow-up dolls, some party favors.
Oh, I'm all in for that. Let's get that done.
As Comedy Hour has returned here to Wind Tunnel TV, as we're under, I believe, the fourth caution here on lap 19 of 150.
Now, speaking of comedy, very sad moment in sports. Bobby Knight has passed away at the age of 83. And if you're at all a basketball fan, especially a college basketball fan, very sad news here.
It is. Unfortunately, his main memories will be the chair throwing and the throat grabbing. But really, truly a hell of a coach. Ran a hell of a program over there in Indiana.
Yep. So, speaking of a hell of a program, here we are at Kern County Raceway. Caution number 3.
Okay,
And,
3. So we're down 1 from where I thought.
You might. Did you say 4? We could
I
be
did.
4. It could be 4.
Could be.
I've lost count. How many green flag laps? 4.
4.
Yeah.
Let's go. Here we go. On the high side, Parker again. Ledbetter pretty good down on the inside to fall into second. It's Purnell up to third. Way up the track goes Adam Cole on the high side. Walker going to slip on through. Looks like some speedy dry out on the track as guys are putting up dust balls.
Now here comes Gawker, and he's on the outside of Castle. So Gawker trying that high line and kind of making it work as he's gone around Brian Cole.
So Gawker running, he gets check up, and bam, there goes Colin J.
Yellow flag.
So, same old story here. Checkups bring cautions. And right now, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be back. here at Kern County under caution here. Someone's getting a black flag. Not sure who I seen moving to the back, but someone was. Looks like that might be Jimmy Gawker going back there. Larson Parker on the high side. Ledbetter on the low. Connor, Purnell, Adam Cole, Walker Cole, Castle, Bunton, Brian Cole, and Caleb Dyer, your top 10. We're about to go green flag racing one more time in the inaugural Kern County 150. Parker on the high side. Good start by him. Ledbetter falls in line. Connor on the high side trying to roll it. Does a nice job in the wall. That's Bunton, or no, that's Adam Cole who gets into the wall. Bunton down on the low side in the 14 Pabst Blue Ribbon car.
Caleb Dyer in the wall.
Yeah, lots of wall touching out there. And that, again, that wall grabs Adam Cole. So Cole going through that speedy dry place, he's not liking it at all.
He's in it a ton.
Dyer pokes his nose underneath Cole as Cole cannot get down.
He's going to have to buy a dinner. He's hitting it so much.
I mean, that's just wrong the way he's touching that thing. Back a little further. Miller touches it. That girl's getting worn out. Maud Zielinski in the 53.
He's in it a big ton now. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Colin J has to make a move.
Inappropriate touching there.
It's a bad touch.
Gotta bring out the teddy bear and point it out to me. See what happened.
Mr. Yuckface.
Mr. Yuckface. The 87, Bo Ledbetter closing in on Larson Parker, or holding Q with him, I guess you would call it. Dylan Connor, Purnell, and Walker Cole, your top 5, and they're all in it here. How about
so
Jeff Button?
Yeah, they got him coming. I thought that was Jimmy Gawker at first, but yeah, he's got a solid run going, and looks like these guys are single file. They finally got themselves sorted out here, Dean.
Absolutely. So we're going a little bit of green flag here. Lap 35, a 150. Parker still out front.
Did our leader just touch that wall?
Well, there is some kind of speedy dry up there they're driving through. I don't know if they're touching the wall or not, but let's go on board with Walker Cole and see what we can find out. So nothing that time that I've seen from anybody in the top 5 here.
He's about a half a lane up there than the car in front of him.
That's Purnell right in front of him, and then Dylan Connor in front of him. And there's the wall touch, and there's the speedy dry touch.
Yep. Really got to get that nose pointed straight before you ever get out of that turn here on 3.
So Dylan Connor starting to put pressure on Bo Ledbetter. Larson Parker opening up his lead, and we've seen this from him. The only question with him is, can he hang on? Does he have the long speed run?
Yeah, and he had taught himself earlier last season how to manage those tires. So it's been a minute since he's been in one of these races. Let's see if he's remembered what he taught himself.
So Dylan Connor hanging it on the high side a little bit, looking for a run here. And he kind of gets one, so he's moving up the track just a hair, Baron.
Yeah, and it looks like he's almost diamonding these turns, Dean. He's going in a little bit higher, and then, of course, I say that, and he's down low again. So
exactly. That's over the minute we talk about it.
Yep.
Maybe
I'll
he's
be
just
up.
a little too close and got a little too much heat behind him right now to really do what he'd like to. You look back, you got Bunton holding off Ryman Castle. We've seen what Castle's been able to do lately. Bunton, we really don't know, but a good showing so far.
Good looking car too. A couple of orange cars, but Pabst Blue Ribbon on the hood. Take that.
You got Brian Cole. Brian Cole up 5 spots, and we know how patient he is. We look for him to continue to move forward. Lap 42 of 150. He is currently in 8th. Adam Cole in 9th. Caleb Dyer back in 10th. And then it's Woods, Sexton, Allen, Gawker, and Modzelensky in the top 15. These guys looking to make moves, but nothing doing right now.
Interesting too about Brian Cole this week. I saw on the message boards the setups that they were talking about were not quite to his liking, and he went back to the drawing board with it. So we'll see how it fares as the night plays on.
Very interesting. It's always dangerous making those setups, and one likes it, one doesn't. Little battle back here. Gawker looks underneath of Richard Allen. Richard Allen, a very high I-rating driver, back here in 13th and having problems with Gawker. Gawker got a little loose there. It's a battle for 13th, Baron. I really think Allen's struggling here quite a bit.
Well, he might be Dean, and he might be just playing the long game here for his pit.
Yeah, he definitely could be. Contact there, going to push him up the track as Gawker forces his way through, allows Modzelensky to come on through, and you can see Richard Allen backs right out of it. I think you're right. It looks like he's playing the long game. Back up front, Parker walking away from Bo Ledbetter. Ledbetter, Purnell, Connor, and Walker Cole still right there.
Some real pressure from Purnell here on Ledbetter.
Yeah, Purnell in his return to the track, looking sharp here in that number 38. Tyler Lem wishing everybody a good one out here on the track, so that's always nice to see. Wish he was out here with us, the Rocket Man himself.
Yeah, Tyler taking an uncommon night off from Wednesday night racing. So Tyler, hope all is well, and see you next week.
This battle continues. We look a little further back. Burton being stalked by Castle. And Castle pokes underneath. It looks like he might get this position, but he needs a drive off and not a drive into. Boy, that was close.
That was close. Checks up a little bit and gives the 14 some space. Re-rack and try it again.
Look a little further back, and the battles are really heating up here. Alex Sexton, last week's winner, starting to make some moves. And that blue and white car is he's starting to look at Zach M. Woods. Behind him, Dyer making moves.
Yeah, got a gaggle of cars back here.
Ooh, some contact. Rubbing around the track here. Up the track, it looks like, is that Allen again?
Yeah.
No, that's Modzelensky on the top. So Allen's starting to come back slowly, and I think he might be right here. Lap 54, and he already looks like he's starting to pick up on these guys in front of him.
Yeah, and it looks like he cut Modzelensky a break here. He had to pass. Modzelensky didn't want him to pass him, so backed out of it. Have to go back to it again.
So Goddard drives in underneath Sexton. Sexton gets a good run through the corner though and takes it back. So these guys really battling. And in front of them, Zach Woods maybe holding them up. It's hard to say.
Well, maybe.
I just said maybe.
Yeah, you know, because we've seen Zach with a lot of speed, and we know.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, got a caution out here somewhere.
Looks like Modzlinski involved. And we might have moved off of that just a hair too early. Let's get a look in on it. So the black car, 53 here, middle of your screen, comes out of the corner. Here comes the 82 of Richard Allen. Bam! Gives him a shot, Baron.
Yep, that's full on send.
Colin Kennedy knocks a few pixels off the front end of that machine. So while that's going on, leaders coming down pit road.
Feels like a pretty good time for pit stops, Dean.
It does, but now you got to go to the back, so this is going to be highly interesting. All these fast cars heading towards the back of the field, and this is where it can really flip things on its head. People can get injured, people can get hurt, and I mean their feelings mostly, Baron.
Let's get Colin Kennedy up here for a word, shall we?
Absolutely. Dylan Connor first off, Walker Cole gets into second.
Colin Kenny, it's Baron in the booth. You got your ears on, buddy? Colin Kenny, you got me, bud?
Hello? You got me? Hello?
We got a
Hey, I
faint
can hear you
call
now.
up
Okay,
there.
there we go. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. How's it going out there, bud?
Pretty good. Just saving right now. Just, waiting for my tires to really, start using my tires up. They're still saved up, and we got plenty of fuel to get it to the end, so.
Okay, so we saw a bunch of pit stops. You're planning on making it now one stop.
No, I'm done. I'm all right. I'm out for the rest of the way.
All right, there you go. So top 5 right now. Got anything for these boys?
We'll see right now. I was definitely catching them up a little bit right there, even saving my stuff, so it'll get interesting next couple laps. I just got to watch out for the guys behind me on newer stuff, so definitely gonna be interesting, to say the least.
Well, go get them out there, bud. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Colin J. Kennedy, he's done, Baron.
Made his stops, and we kind of called it the first time we got something right in the booth, Dean.
Well, we should get something for that, for sure.
That is a red letter evening. It is November 1st of 23. That's the first time we got something right.
I'm writing that down right now.
Yeah, go ahead, scratch that down in the notebook. We'll keep that. Posterity.
So new race leader, Ryman Castle, gets out front here, and I imagine, just like Colin J, he's done with his pit stops. Zach Woods in second, Sexton in third. Let's take a look on our board again. And then Kennedy are the only guys who really, they pitted inside of 16 laps. Everybody else here on lap 58. So we look at the restart here. Can these top 6 guys hold off a charging field? Can these guys at the back survive the carnage that comes with going to the back?
The drama mounts as we get the green flag.
It does indeed. And Ryman going to take the outside as well here.
Green,
So
green,
that's
green.
interesting. A great start by him. Zach Woods trying to hold off Gawker coming on the high side. Gawker, a nice run off the corner, but not enough. Looks like Zach Woods going to get out in front of him. Here comes Sexton, last week's winner, down to the inside of Gawker.
Now, we know Sexton has gotten around this track in the past, so we'll see what he's got for this second half of the race.
Sexton continuing to try and get through here. Colin J at the back of this group, and it doesn't look like these guys are any worse to wear. Our top 6 on older tires. Matthew Modzlinski, first guy with fresher rubber. He may be holding up Walker. Here comes Brian Cole slipping it under son Walker.
We got a couple on the wall and one around.
Larson Parker turned. That looked a little unfriendly, Baron.
Let's go back and look at it, Dean.
Well, why don't we do that?
Why don't we?
All right, well, he's going slow on entry there. You see the 14 a button go through. So Larson really going slow here, and he just cuts down in front of Caleb Dyer. So an unforced error by this 18 machine.
Yep. Doesn't look like he's too damaged. We'll dust him off and get him back in the field, start it all over again.
All right, well, approaching the halfway mark. Pit stop's really complete, but we could have some guys doing a little bit of strategy. If they didn't get tires, maybe they can now. Ryman Castle's still your race leader. As I reach for my drink again, Marin, this could be dangerous.
I say go with it.
Well, you know when you let out a big ah afterwards, it's very satisfying.
Delicious. Ain't good for you.
So approaching the halfway mark here at Kern County. I see down on the infield there, Raymond's Victory Lane. Does that mean anything to you, Baron?
It really doesn't.
Fair enough. Me neither. Thought I'd throw it out there.
I'm afraid it doesn't, Dean.
Well, you don't often pick these things up, just see them randomly on the track. I thought I'd try.
Yeah, no, that was a good effort. I'd never been here. Where is Kern County? Is it west?
Now you're just retaliating at this point, Baron. I have no idea, to be honest with you. And I'm sure maybe one of our viewers can enlighten us, you know, a couple of ding-dongs here in the booth, not knowing much about Kern County.
It's in the great state of California, Dean.
Well, there you go.
Bakersfield.
Never spent any time down there, so maybe that's why I wouldn't know.
Might be Kevin Harvick's track.
See Harvick's new, he's got his name on the car instead of Bush. It's Harvick, or was that just some kind of joke that I seen?
I didn't look. I was just taking a look at the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing that's going on the 45 and the 23 this weekend.
A little Star Wars action? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's right. But no Millennium Falcon.
Wow.
Disappointing.
Yes, yes. Or the Death Star. Might want to put that on the bumper. So Castle and Woods, Gawker, Sexton, Kennedy, Connor, and Brian Cole and Mod Zielinski with fresher rubber. The other Coles, Adam and Walker. Purnell back in 11th after his early good start, and Ledbetter in 12th. Castle down and away. Tough from Zach Woods. You can see the wheel spin from up here, but he hangs on. Everything's all right. He'll be fighting Alex Sexton.
Saw the 3 get some wheel spin. He's way up the track, and now he's in the wall.
Yeah, and he's in heavy, heavy trouble. 4 wide down in the corner. My goodness. That's not going to work, folks.
No. He's going to take a minute, get those tires cleaned off, get all that garbage off of him, and get back into the groove.
Man, oh man, Colin J down to 12th. What a bad corner. He's not going to like that very much. Out front, Castle holding off Sexton. Woods in 3rd, holding off Gawker. Brian Cole has turned the fastest lap there out of everybody, so he is on the move in the 15. Boys start to get sorted out. Colin J anxious to get back in this, almost got into Bunton there.
Colin's making a move here and pokes his nose down there. Can he do anything with it? With Austin Purnell right behind him. He's got to be careful about how he makes this pass.
Yeah, it's not working for Colin J right now. I can feel the frustration in the car, and that's never good for smooth driving, Baron. Frustrated, angry.
Tires in the wall, heavy.
Yep, Caleb Dyer getting a heavy piece there. Colin J still struggling. Looks like Larson Parker doing the same. As that high side getting these guys loose. Richard Allen starting to come forward. So Collins still hemorrhaging spots up front. Ryman Castle still your race leader.
Yeah, Ryman looking solid and steady right now. About a half a lane up, like we talked about. Nice drive off the turn. Nobody really worrying him.
Here comes Brian Cole trying to pick off another spot as he works on Dylan Connor. That's Bo Ledbetter coming in behind him, so Dylan had better file in quickly, and he does.
And Bo's got fresh rubber. So this might be Bo's time to move forward.
Here comes Walker Cole underneath Modzlinski. Bunton also leading a big old group with Cole, Purnell, and others.
We hadn't talked much about Adam Cole tonight, but he's in that mix in the A3 machine.
Yeah, Adam Cole riding the title sponsor there, the K-T.org. There's a support group there for rare skin conditions. Make sure you check that out. Now he's in a little bit of trouble there, but Richard Allen really playing nice tonight, and he's been given room all night, man.
Yeah, definitely an experienced race car driver. He's got plenty of time behind the wheel. I think it's getting his arms around this late model might be a little something for him.
So Walker Cole, a little wiggle there. Bunton gets underneath Modzlinski, and Bunton looking real fast here. Adam Cole is going to bring him 3 wide here. Oh boy, contact there up the track. I think
way up the track.
That's Purnell that got a lick out of it. That allows Olsen to slide on by. So heavy racing at the back. Up front, Castle still leading. We got 7 drivers up here as we go all the way back to, I think, Walker Cole or Bo Ledbetter actually at the tail end of that group. And Bo's got a little mark on his car.
Hey, he sure does.
Lap 86 at 150. There goes Brian Cole underneath Gawker. He's loose, can't hold it. Gawker gonna close the door. No, he left a little opening there, but Brian didn't take it. So Cole looking fast, but not fast enough right now. Dylan Connor, early race leader, he's back here in 6th position with Bo Ledbetter, as these two either biding their time or fading a bit. I'm not sure which, Baron, but you don't want to bide your time much longer, do you?
No, these tires, even if they had got fresh ones, are now probably heated up, and the cars are starting to change in their handling behaviors, and now some of these guys may be finding it hard to catch the guy, but passing him is a whole different product.
Yeah, it seems like guys can get there, trying to pass, trying to hold off the turn and get that power down is being problematic.
Yeah, agreed. And this track looks like a lot of fun. Really does. It's just getting these guys to be able to make a pass on the low line is really kind of troublesome.
Speaking of troublesome, Colin J at the back here, and just not his night. Back of the front.
Now he saw 5th place, and then that was that.
Oh, and we got trouble. Button into Walker Cole. Walker is around. Button trying to slow down. Nothing he can do about it now. It's over.
That's a wrap.
So you see Walker here off the corner. Big run from Bunton. Bunton comes down on the entry and just gives him a little nudge there. And that's enough to send him sideways. Modzlinski in a separate incident behind them under braking. so we'll re-rack them here. Lap 93, pit stops commencing as these guys are not happy to stay out, except for Brian Cole. He will stay out on the track. Dylan Connor, Bo Ledbetter, so very interesting here.
So I'm wondering if fresh rubber makes the difference here on this track.
Well, I don't know if it's going to make up this kind of difference. 12 guys staying out on the track. Cole, Connor, Ledbetter, Bunton, Adam
Everybody
Cole.
getting tires, too.
Tires are Castle, Woods, Sexton, Gawker, Modzelinski, and Ebley. So looks like to me probably an unforced error for Ryman Castle. He was out here leading this thing. He's going to fall back to 14th, Baron. Colin J coming in with Walker. So Brian Cole, your new race leader.
That's trouble for the rest of the field, Dean.
Yeah, always trouble. You give that lead to Brian Cole, man, oh man, are you asking for it? And right behind him is Dylan Connor and Bo Ledbetter. So if he fails, those two certainly will not. It's going to be difficult. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, going to be trouble.
50 to go. We got some guys with tires at the back. I mean, I don't really have a crystal ball. I don't think I need one, Baron. Is there going to be some trouble out here?
Is there a mustache in Mexico?
Oh, priceless comment from Mr. Labosco. I think there might be.
Few.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that's racist, though.
Really?
Yeah, you're canceled.
Be a Mexican, not a Mexicant, will you?
Indeed. Mexico having their troubles out there. Anybody doesn't know, had a major hurricane down in Acapulco. Not much coverage of it, but it destroyed Acapulco. So anybody wants to help out there, go check into that. Brian Cole, Dylan Connor out front, Adam Cole now in third with Bo Ledbetter. It's Larson, Parker, and Richard Allen in row 3, and Olson and Purnell into row 4. Then you got Ryman Castle, who just pitted. So gonna get interesting in a hurry. We're down and away. Brian Cole, quick start on the high side. Dylan Connor trying to hold on that low side after a little tire spin. Ledbetter follows in line. Adam Cole on the high side trying to hold him off. Oh, and Purnell throws it in deep and saves it. Wow, what a move. Slides it in. 4 tires at once under braking and makes it work, Baron.
Yeah, really. Here comes Larson Parker trying to take advantage of the situation.
That was incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen that not result in a wreck. And now we got one. It's Bunton. Not sure I see Bunton in trouble here, but he's back here somewhere. And there we go. Bunton on the high side here in the 14, coming off the corner. Dyer down on the low side. In front of them, that's Colin J with more problems, and it looks like Dyer just gets into him there. Yeah, Dyer makes a move to the high side there and just clips him on the rear. That's not very nice, Baron.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a software issue, but we'll call it what it is.
Well, that's very generous, I think, on the software call there. I think it was a part of Colin J had wiped out a bit down low, and I think out of the corner of his eye, maybe Dyer had seen that and just went to move up the track, but unfortunately the car was there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So with 50 to go, under 50 to go, Brian Cole out here in front, and we know from experience here, Baron, when you get some faster guys at the back of that, there's likely to be more cautions. And this only helps the 15 car.
Yeah, it sure does, because now all you have to do is really manage restarts.
As do we. So
True. Yeah.
look at the pit board here. Fresh tire lap 58 down to Ryman Castle. So Castle still in 8th. That fresh rubber not paying off yet. So Baron, was Halloween, you were out on the road, no parties, no nothing for you this season?
No, I'm afraid not. I was in Queens, New York, so stayed in.
Did you at least get some, inappropriate photos from the woman while you're on the road?
No, I got a chocolate chip cookie from Wawa.
Well, that's something.
Beats kicking the dick, Dean.
A chocolate chip cookie. Was it like a super large one at least?
It was a big cookie. Yeah.
Okay. Big cookie for Baron.
Big chocolate chip cookie, yep.
Baron likes them big cookies.
Yeah.
All right, got it. Brian Cole on the outside. Dylan Connor going to start on the low side. We're going to watch this low side here because they've been having troubles down there getting started, Baron.
Yeah, it's been troublesome, and we've seen some tire spin. So something unique to Kern County is these guys are managing their restarts and hitting the gas back end once a brake loose, Dean. That's unusual.
Yeah, it is a little unusual here on the shorter tracks, and here we go, though. Oh, and trying to jump it. Wow, Brian Cole checks the field up. That's going to create a mess back here, but everybody handles it. Great job by them. Brian Cole held. Dylan Connor tried to jump it, and Adam Cole's in the wall, and he's causing havoc back here. Everybody coming on through. Wow, Miller up high. Miller on the hood.
Almost. So a lot of action here, guys. Keep it green.
Keep it green. One of the beneficiaries here is Ryman Castle in that one. So he's got the fresher tires. He's made his way up to 5th. He picked up 3 spots through all that carnage. He's now
marching his way to the front now.
He's all over the back of Connor. Let's get a look from the cockpit here and see what we can see. He pokes his nose underneath. Let's go back to live action here.
Little loose coming out the turn. Still giving him a look at it, though.
He is working it, but Larson Parker, into the wall. That really hurt him. He was about to clear. This is a better corner for the one. Can he get a turn off? Parker disappears momentarily. So this is quite a battle raging for 4th. Oh, and Parker loose. It's a good save to keep it off of Castle there.
Yeah, heck of a save.
So put Castle now into 4th. Next
Guys
up,
are running hard.
Ledbetter in 3rd, Connor in 2nd, and Brian Cole barely holding on to the race lead.
Yeah, the guys are running hard. They're taking chances right now. You can tell we're coming down to the end of it.
Yes, sir. 39 laps remaining. Gawker just set the fastest lap, or no, that was Walker. Cole was even faster than that, so the 10 car on the move. But here comes a 1. Castle down underneath Ledbetter, so Castle trying to put these tires to work. Wow, he really threw it in there, got that rear end hung out, and Bo Ledbetter, talk about hung out, he almost took out Castle. It almost looked like he tried to take out Castle.
Super loose coming off that turn.
Wow, and someone else shaky. That's Purnell getting all shaky. Gawker slides underneath him. Wow, heavy action out on the track here. Here comes Parker underneath Bo Ledbetter.
Throws that car in there, and Ledbetter drives off nicely, so we get another shot out of here. But Parker, coming back to the front, having all kinds of trouble here.
I mean, he is driving the wheels off of this thing, and that may be just a little too hard he's driving. Let's hop
Well, I
on
remember.
board here with Austin
Oh, we got another
Purnell.
one around.
I didn't see anybody. We hopped on. Oh, and there's someone going around. Bam! Oh, that's Ledbetter involved.
Oh no.
So Ledbetter, and it looks like maybe, oh, no, Modzelinsky. I'm not sure. Maybe it was Richard Allen, his teammate. So those two
Ooh.
getting together. And it was teammates taking each other out, Baron. Let's have a
Oh
look
no.
at it. So there's Ledbetter. He's got Larson Parker, and I might have spoke too soon. Parker barely trying to get underneath. He just turns him, and around he goes, and he comes up and gets his teammate. So that's a 2-for-1 for Larson there.
Oops.
I mean, it was tough in there, some hard racing, but that was a little too hard, Baron. Can't really, you just, can't drive through people. It's tough. Richard Allen coming off pit road. Caleb Dyer's on pit road.
Taking advantage of that fast repair.
Don't look now, but Ryman Castle has made his way up to second position, so watch out. We look at our pit board one more time here, and it's Cole on lap 58, Castle on lap 93. So by my Canadian math, about 35 laps there, Baron. Do you think that's enough to get him by Brian Cole?
Yeah, probably. But interestingly enough, that 92 is back there again, and he's going to stick his nose into the mix as well. So 3 fast cars, 3 fast drivers, and not enough laps. We'll see what happens.
Well, and don't forget Larson. I mean, we just shown that he's willing to stick his nose in there. So if he doesn't get a penalty, he'll be looking to get up here and make a move as well. And then you got Gawker, Purnell, Miller, Walker Cole, Zach Woods, and Alex Sexton in your top 10. Coming down to 30 to go. It looks like Larson may be being sent to the back.
Possibly a little in-race penalty being served here.
Not too sure. Nobody's willing to pass him. It looks like he's trying to let people by. He might be just running the inside. We see guys do that. No real benefit that I'm aware of to it, Baron, but
Shortest way around. He may be saving fuel.
yeah, could be. Yeah, it does not look like a penalty at this point. So Parker back up on the track, slides into the high side behind Brian Cole.
I mean, on a short track, how much could you save? But it's something that you do, maybe around 1.5 miles or something.
Well, I mean, habits are habits, right? If it works for something, you may try it.
Yeah.
But here we go. Cole and Castle up front. Parker and Connor in row 2. Purnell and Gawker in row 3. Pace car comes off. Castle going to be held here by Brian Cole. They're almost touching. Cole down and away. Castle, good job hopping up into second. Parker going to try and get by Connor. I'm not sure he can. He does, though. Purnell looking on the outside of Connor now.
Yeah, Dylan Connor. Oh, and Austin Miller really out of shape.
So Brian Cole out front, and we're back under caution here. It looks like Miller, after getting out of shape, ended up finishing that thing off.
This bud's for you.
So there, wow, way out of shape. A little contact there. I don't think he's doing. Heads down in the corner. And he's keeping it down, but no, she brakes on him, and the 82 Richard Allen finishes him off. You don't like to see a horse suffer, do you, Baron?
No. Yeah. We talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast too, right? So.
So coming down to 25 to go. Cole and Castle. Going to be interesting if we do get to go green, whether Castle can run them down, because I don't think there's a whole lot of chance under short run conditions that he can get there, Baron.
It may be too late, but we'll see. We know that there's plenty of talent behind the wheel of that car, so if we can, get the right set of circumstances, if they line up the right way for him, if they have a little mess in front of him, he might be there.
Is that kind of like how they built the pyramids there with the stars aligned the right way?
Way beyond my capacity, I can tell you, Dean. Hey, look, we got something right in the booth tonight. Let's not jinx it.
Okay, all right. I don't want to push it. You're right.
Why are we, trying to pile on here?
I'm feeling smart all of a sudden, Baron. I think I got my math right. We got
It's the
the other
whiskey.
call right. It's to it. Yes, you're right. It is time for a drink. This to everybody out there. Drink up.
Have one on me. Believe me, if you're ever in Indianapolis, I will get you largely intoxicated and a ride home.
So Castle up here already kind of stalking him under caution, and that's just another thing you like to do. You want to make that guy think about you all the way around the track, don't you?
Oh, for sure. It's it's a tried and true technique. If they know that you're coming, the more you hound him, the more you harass him, the more he's looking in the rear view, not out the windshield. And that's really where his eyes need to be. Now, Brian Cole is a cool customer. I don't know that Ryman could shake this one.
Well, Brian Cole has won in every which fashion you can imagine. And this time he's trying to do it on short run speed and pit strategy and great driving and all these things. Castle was winning this race at one point, pitted later than most, made his way back up here. He's got the inside. He's got to get a good start here, Baron.
And hopefully there won't be any more gamesmanship stack up the back of the field.
Yeah, it's a little bit much. If you wait too long, you're asking for trouble at the back, no doubt about that. But, as long as you're within the race conditions, it's all legal. So
yes,
here we go. Cole and Castle. Oh, Castle tries to jump it, gets into him a bit, and now he goes. So Castle tried, and I like that he tried. It didn't work, but he tried.
And
But
we
that
got
allows
Kennedy
caution.
in trouble back there.
Yeah, Kennedy seems to be survived.
Looks like he and Modzelinski got into it. Yep.
So Castle does get through, but now you see about 4 or 5 car lengths, 22 to go. Here comes Larson Parker underneath Dylan Connor, and he's been speedy as well. So these guys trying to get back up here. Already Castle closed in a car length there through that corner, so Castle's coming.
He's got no pressure, so he's running qualifying laps now. Now to pass Brian Cole, he's going to have to make something happen. We don't have a lot of laps to go.
Head on board with Ryman Castle, heading down to 20 to go. You see he's got that wheel counter steered way to the right, Baron.
Yeah, nice little... Yeah, that car's straight coming off, and that's going to be speed right there. And that's what he's looking for. As you see, he can really gain on the 15 here. Once again, he comes out. That car is really straight. Brian's in trouble. Castle's all over him.
Yeah, Castle's definitely running a much smoother line. Brian, fighting that machine, is just pushing for everything he can, trying to hold him off. Heading down in the corner, Castle right there, 19 to go. He's got to find a way by. A little wiggle out of the rear end of the 15. Castle, big run here, right to the bumper. He takes it in a little bit high, looking to cut low. Can he do it? No, he'll stay up there.
Brian Cole got a nice run off that prevented Castle from doing what he wanted to there.
Sexton underneath Gawker making a move. So Alex Sexton up to 7th. Back to the leaders here. Brian Cole hanging on, and this could be big. If he can just ward off this attack, get those tires heated up, they might balance out, Baron. And Gawker's around, so I said Sexton and passed him, but It looks like something else occurred shortly thereafter. So there's Sexton on the low side, Gawker on the high side. It looks like he's cleared him, so Sexton did clear him. And bam, a little phantom contact there from Zach Woods. Didn't look like large contact, or any for that matter, but it may have been. My eyes are getting blurry, Baron.
Keep drinking.
Well, I mean,
it all clears up over time.
You know, the doctor ordered a drink for me, but what he ordered for Brian Cole was another caution because Castle was all over him.
How many laps to go?
14 to go.
See if Castle tries to jump that restart again.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I don't love it for the field. It's tough on them when you try to jump, you back out. You might get some checkups and some problems, but when you're trying to win a race, as we see Caleb Dyer get the lucky dog, you're trying to win a race. Man, you got to try, Baron. You got to just guess when this guy's going to go. If he happens to go at that exact point, race is on.
It sure is. And if Castle can time this right, he's going to have a nose under Brian Cole, and that's not at all what Brian Cole wants if he wins this. If he wants to win this race.
Well, Cole has held him virtually every time. He's holding. Do you think he continues that, Baron, or does he switch it up here?
Yeah, I don't. Hard to tell. But it's whatever he's been doing is working for him. So if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, I tend to agree there. I think he's noted like there's heavy impatience on these restarts here. So why not stick with trying to hold longer? Purnell's recovered up to 5th here. Maud Zielinski's up 10 into 10th position. Of course, Gawker at the back here, very unhappy. I think I see him cleaning his gun in that car. That's not a good sign, Baron.
Got all laid out.
So the 15, not the 01, not the 10, but the 15 of Brian Cole here, as he's made his 3rd number switch in as many seasons, I believe, is out here leading this thing, and we're coming down to 10 to go on this restart, and he's got to love it. I think he can hold them for even if it goes green from here.
We're not going green.
And we're not going green one more, so that's going to take it down another lap.
Yeah, we got to put a leash on him for changing numbers, you know.
Well, as long as it's not keep swapping with someone else. So him and Walker swapped, and that really confused us for half a season. That's being generous.
Yeah, at least half a season.
Looks like it looks like Zach Woods going to the back here. So penalty being issued to the 61 machine.
All right. Well, as we got that sorted out, we'll get them re-racked, get it under green again. Dean, let's sort this thing out.
Let's sort it out, folks. Brian Cole, Ryman Castle, Connor and Parker. Whoa, and he's around! A misshift! A bad start by Brian Cole. Carnage everywhere. Larson Parker is involved. There goes Richard Allen. Wow, coming through it all. Dylan Connor gets through there. I don't know what to say about that, but that was dropping it into the wrong gear there, Baron.
Let's take a look at that, Dean,
That's
shall
the
we?
old, well, let's go on board, actually, with Brian Cole. And I think what you're going to hear here is you're going to hear him go from 2nd down to 1st by mistake. Well, it's hard to tell there. We're not getting enough volume and information from that. Let's go back and check a different
It almost
camera.
sounded like it was a tire slip.
I mean, it was violent if it was a tire slip, but it was definitely something there. And that is heavy. Sexton's in there, Ledbetter's in there. Tumbling is Richard Allen. My goodness. Colin Jace, I think, snuck through there. Let's go back and just get on board with Colin J and see if we can't have a little. He may have plowed his way through a little bit, but let's have a look from his inboard. So there we go. The wreck happens. Cars are moving. He does plow through Sexton. Plows through
A little bit of
Parsons.
Parker.
He sees a car flipping. He avoids that.
Misses that one.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, Ryman Castle back in front. So quite an eventful little restart there. Brian Cole is going to be severely upset with himself over that. He made a crucial error there, but Castle out front, and now it's on Purnell, and son Walker Cole is in third with Maud Zielinski up 16 spots into fourth.
Tragedy.
Tragedy on the track for some, gifts for others, like it's Christmas or something.
There's Modzelinski.
Yeah, Maud Zielinski's currently sitting, well, he might be third because he's starting on the high side, so put him in third, right behind the leader, the 53. I mean, these guys, you know, they're going to be in full send mode. Purnell, Maud Zielinski, I mean, they want a race win. Castle's the one out here. I mean, he's got clear track. You got to be a little scared of maybe jumping on the gas after what he just saw, though.
Yeah, well, and we've seen it, right? We've seen it time and time again on these restarts. It just happened to bite Brian Cole tonight.
Four to go. We're going to have a basic green-white checker here when we get going, and maybe a green-white-white checker, or green-white checker.
Green-white checker? Something like that?
I got to stop drinking, Barrett.
I say drink more.
Ryman Castle and Purnell. Here we go. Castle on the high side, waiting, holding. He does a great job of holding him. Gets a big jump. 3 to go. Purnell does get into second. Does he got anything for our race leader? Walker Cole battling Maud Zielinski. So those two stay side by side. Maud Zielinski, a great run on the high side, going to put him up into third, perhaps. Wow, he is rocking the high side.
Yellow flag is out.
Back under caution. It's the He-Hut machine of Scott Olson up into the wall as he spins that thing around nicely.
Good car control.
We're going to have ourselves a green-white checker finish. Color me surprised, Baron.
Shocking development on the field, Dean.
So the 2 machine coming up behind Olson. Olson a little loose there, and there's the tap to finish him off. So Jimmy Gawker, who's been assaulted here this evening, becomes the assaultee there on that one.
And still no dinner.
It's kind of the way it goes. It's the... I'm going to let that one go, folks. I will not finish that thought. Could have been headed into inappropriate territory.
You finished it right there. You were drinking more. You'd have finished it. We're all good.
It's getting close. So it looks like Caleb Dyer grabbing another lap back. I mean, he's got a couple back. He needs about 10 more, Baron.
Well, you can't eat an elephant all in one bite, Dean.
Well, I mean, if you're a dinosaur, you might be able to. These pearls of wisdom coming from Mr. Labosco tonight.
I'm feeling smart.
Wicked smart.
Look at Smile, yeah.
Ryman Castle, one more time. He's just got to get this restart down. Purnell has to try to jump. I mean, this time Mod Zielinski's on the bottom. I don't think that's where he wants to be honest with you.
Not likely, but most of the trouble tonight has come from the top side, so he might be in pretty good shape.
So this is going to be a big benefit to Walker Cole. He was fourth, but he really gets to start behind the leader now, Baron.
And that may or may not help him, depending on that wheel spin again. We've seen some of the guys do it, so there's a possibility of calamity on this green-white checkered. My guess is it would come from the high side.
All right, one more time around the track. Tensions mounting here.
Green-white checkered. Pay windows open, boys and girls. Let's go get some money.
Someone grinding the wall there just to try and open up the track a little bit before this restart. Here we go. Castle down and away. Walker squeals the tires, so that's going to lead to some carnage back there. They all stay clean, though. Mod Zielinski into third. Here goes Castle. One more corner and looking for the white flag, and Walker Cole has wrecked. Major carnage back here. Back up with our leaders. Looks like caution comes out. Ryman Castle going to be your winner as cars continue to mangle. That's not mingle, that's mangle.
Mangling, sure mangling.
You see Richard Allen limping around. So that's going to bring it to a completion here. The final lap, Ryman Castle, your race winner here, Baron. I mean, he did a great job, right? He went in, he got his tires late. He was patient. He worked through the field. I don't remember anything that he was really involved in tonight. Maybe the only car I can say that about. So good on the one machine.
Yeah, I think he had like one sort of incident after pit stops, but the rest of the time he's managed to make it through.
Yeah, great job. Oh,
nice.
Don't spin out now, Ryman.
Nice finishes by the 38 and the 53.
Yeah, great job by Purnell up here. Purnell coming in second, and Mod Zielinski gets himself a top 3 finish. And yeah, great job. He really hung it out on the high side there and did well. Poor Walker there, not the best restart for him as he spun those tires, and it was a problem for many here tonight. You see Ryman burning them down right now. Let's get into a short commercial break. We'll get some interviews and we. Welcome back to Kern County. We're a very eventful night here in the inaugural Kern County 150. Here in the Raid Furniture Mart Late Model Tour has completed. Ryman Castle, your race winner. Great job by him. Baron, I mean, a little wrecky out there, but really some really exciting racing at times as well.
Yeah, I think Kern County's a good track. I think these guys have had some fun tonight. So hopefully a lot of learning going on, a little bit of practice in race, if you will, getting folks up to speed. And yeah, good night overall.
Absolutely. Good night overall. And I'm sitting here with third place finisher up 17 spots. Into third is Matthew Modzelinski in the 53. Congratulations, Matthew.
Hey, thank you.
Now, Matthew, we were watching you late in the run there. You're on the high side. Believe you're in fourth, but you get to start behind the leader. Man, that thing looked hooked up on the outside.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We decided to take right sides late. But it felt really good. I wish we had more green flag laps.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. Tough under these cautions. I mean, let's touch on it. An inexperience for a lot of guys at this track. Was it just a matter of those checkups and stuff? It was really hard for guys to gauge maybe braking points and all that with little track time.
absolutely, I think so. I think everybody goes in the corner a lot different than most. So it's a lot of checkups there. With the late model stock deal, I think that deal is you drive it in so hard and you get out of the corner hard, and it's something new for everybody to get back into. So not a lot of people are driving supers anymore, to be honest. I just think you got to be easy on the throttle, easy braking. But I think it's a lot of that. So.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, Matthew, we couldn't be happier to see you up here. Not sure if this is your first appearance in the booth, but definitely they've been rare. We've seen the speed
Yeah.
out of you. Are you feeling like this could become a habit for you up here?
I don't know. It could be, it could not be. But it just felt good today.
Yeah,
I just think being quick is one thing, but being quick long run's good. So, I gotta be long run. Can't just be quick on the qualifying. So,
yeah,
that's right. I
absolutely,
gotta work
Matthew.
on that.
These guys now they've been working on the long run. We had a great couple of races with long runs. This new track, we're going to chalk it up to that. But Matthew, we can't wait to see what you can do on the long run. Hope you're back here next week, man. Excited to see you here tonight, finishing
Yep.
third. Man, anybody you want to shout out or thank you, go right ahead.
Well, P1 Performance, all them guys over there. They got me into this, so it's been really good and a lot of fun. So, yeah, just P1 there.
All right. That's a
So
53, Matthew Modzelinski, Baron.
Hell of a run by Matthew, and a lot of good information there. Like talking to him. He's got his head on right there, Dean. And somebody else got his head on right. Is Austin Purnell, second place finisher in her 38th.
Austin,
Sorry, it broke up for a second. Can
Austin
y'all hear me?
Purnell.
he's emotional, Baron. He's emotional.
He's downright overtaken by emotion. He can't understand the luck he's had to finish here in second place, or to be here in the booth with us, chatting with the world famous Dean Doucette.
Yeah, we'll go with that part.
There we go.
Yeah. No, yeah, we just got lucky right there. I don't know what happened on that one restart. We was just in the third row. Next thing I know, I was in second. So, kind of had it handed to me there to come in second, but appreciate the guys letting me run. Literally just bought this track right like a couple minutes before we started practicing. So I'm happy with second.
Okay, so who were you following around to get the line?
Pretty much all of them. I mean, most of the guys in this league are pretty quick. So, yeah, I was way off in practice first couple laps. Then I went back and watched a couple of guys at the top of the board, and I was like, okay, I see what I need to do now.
So most of the guys in the league pretty quick, Dean, but only one faster than you tonight. Second place finish, part-time schedule for you. So second place going to tempt you to come on back next week?
Yeah, I run another league on Wednesday nights, but it's going to be done here in the next couple of weeks. So after that, I'll probably run pretty much all the time.
So second place tonight, Dean. Who you got to thank, or Dean Austin? Who you got to thank for your evening?
Just Smoky Days Barbecue and you guys doing the broadcast, and everybody for putting on the league. And I know it's a lot of work that goes into it and can be frustrating. So I appreciate everybody who does it.
Well, that's it, Dean. Austin Brunel's second place finish from a very lucky driver there in the 38 machine.
Yeah, lucky. I mean, talented. Lucky to get the finish with some carnage going on there, but another great job by him. But right now, we're sitting here with race winner, the number one, Ryman Castle. Congratulations, Ryman.
Thank you. I just want to apologize to Brian. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I'm trying to not necessarily crowd him, but I'm trying to see when he's taking off because restarts here kind of suck if you're on the bottom. And I don't know what happened, net code or what, but I just want to apologize to him if it was my fault. I mean, I guess I can't ever run one of these races without it being controversial at the end for me. I don't whether it's my
It
fault or
didn't.
not, but I
It's
don't know
not
what
what we
happened there.
saw, Ryman. I mean, it very well could be something with you. I didn't see that though. It looked like tire spin or a bad shift from Brian. A pretty violent move from the rear end of his car there. So I don't believe it was anything to do with you, but you do
Yeah,
get a bit of a gift there. Let's take it back a little bit here, where you do have the fresher tires. You were leading the race before pit stops that you made. You're feeling pretty good. You worked your way up through, traffic, and then from sixth up to second, which were all tough passes. You get there, you got to be liking your chances.
yeah. Before we even took tires, well, we went pitted early for fuel just to see if we could make it to the end, and we had plenty of fuel for the end. With all the yellows, unfortunately, but we seen them went down for the pit. We're like, all right, cool, we'll take the lead. And I was watching the broadcast, but man, those idiots, they just took tires early. Like, all right, you guys have fun. And so it felt really good without tires. They weren't catching us. We were pulling away from them a little bit, and I knew once we put tires on, we were gonna kill them. And me and my team, we just drove through the field. At least most of us did, and yeah, it felt really good tonight. It was it was pretty good. Except for I got behind Brian. I don't know what it is about him, but I think his car makes my right front tire wear out because I get to him and then I can't pass him. He's just that good. And like I said, I apologize to him. He's probably my favorite person to race. The last person I'd ever do that to. I'd stuff anybody else in the fence but him. But I feel terrible for him, honestly. 'Cause I like
Well,
racing with
Ryman,
Brian.
a little bit of honesty, maybe too much so here in the booth, Ryman. But Brian is extremely clean, and he's really tough. You get him out front, very tough to pass, not going to make many mistakes, not going to get loose. You're being patient. We talked about it from our perspective, not a full perspective, Ryman. It looked like you ran a clean race, one of the few that had a virtual clean race out there. So hopefully nothing there with that restart was anything to do with you, and you take home the victory, man. And we look forward to seeing you back. You going to be back next week?
I should be. I'd hope so. I really hate the late model stocks. I really like these cars a lot more, but I will run them because I'm not just gonna race one car. I'll run both series, but yeah, I'll definitely be back for sure.
All right. Well, we look forward to it, man. Congrats on this victory. And any shout outs or anything you want to say, you go right ahead.
Yeah, I just need to thank P1 Performance, Rocket Fabrication Suspension, Austin Maynard Racing. That's really about it. You guys, once again, for always doing this for us, staying up late with us dumbasses wrecking all the time, and everybody else that's raced clean this weekend or this week. Yeah, I don't know. Off to Nashville for real life racing this weekend. I can't wait, and I need a vacation from this already.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck out at Nashville, Ryman. Baron, race winner here on the sim track. He'll be looking for some real world action this week.
Yeah, he sure will, and he might get it. Nashville's a great track. Should be a beautiful weekend out there for some racing. Really looking forward to see how Ryman finishes. So, one here tonight. Let's see if we can make it 2 for 2.
Yes, sir, indeed. That concludes a very eventful night here in the Kern County 150 in the Raid Furniture Mart Late Model Tour. For myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Baron Labasco, that wraps it up. We'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.